Welcome to Military Spouse World 1-to-1, a weekday podcast featuring a military family shaker and mover, helping you navigate this amazing chapter in life. Here's your host, Dave Etter.
Today's guest on Spouse World 1-to-1 is entrepreneur and visionary Leslie O'Brien. She's the creative force between HomefrontHandmade and HomefrontBusiness, and I had an opportunity to pick her brain for a few minutes. Let's take you to that interview now.
So how you doing, Leslie?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. How are you?
You bet. I'm having a blast. This is fun doing a podcast in which everybody listens to, that they can tune into on a daily basis, and they get to hear about a shaker and a mover like you.
Yeah, absolutely. I try to move and shake.
That's one way to look at it. You have, as an email address, it looks like you have your own company. So what is HomefrontHandmade.com?
So HomefrontHandmade.com is a place for military-affiliated artisans, veterans, military spouses, and it's just really a place to showcase their items because handcrafting is such a transferable job that so many military spouses do it. And I really just wanted to give them a place to stand out.
So what you're doing is kind of like a consignment store?
It's not like a consignment store. It's basically it's kind of like a mall. So if somebody goes through the mall and they see a shop that they like, then they go into the store. So HomefrontHandmade.com is a listing of all of those stores. And if somebody likes one, then they can click on it and it takes them directly to their Etsy shop or their Facebook shop or wherever they have their online store.
So this is an opportunity for those that do get into the businesses that multi-level marketing where they build a downline, or they're like Mary Kay or Tupperware. They can put their storefront at your place?
They can do that at HomefrontBusiness.com.
Oh.
Yes, because I didn't want to stop at Homefront Handmade. I do love crafted products, but our mission is to help out the military community. So we wanted to help them too. So
they're going to if it was a business like mine, if I had a couple of really cool type of commercials I like to make, and I want people to buy those commercials, hire me to do it, I would put that on Homefront Business. Yep. But if it was, like the podcast here, I might just put a link up on yours, and it would be Homefront Handmade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because essentially you're making it, right?
I am. It's a hobby right now. I want it to be profitable one day, perhaps. So how long have you been doing this?
Just about a year. We just hit our 1 year mark. I launched Homefront Business 2 weeks ago, maybe. So that's brand new.
It's after a year. Is there anything, if somebody was wanting to try and do something similar to what you have done, is there anything that you would like to let them know, best practices, something to watch out for? Say, don't do that.
Well, e-commerce-wise, I definitely recommend researching developers. If you do anything online and you have to hire someone to do the work, research them, because I actually went through 3 and ended up doing it all myself in the end.
And you still had to pay them, right?
And I still had to pay them, yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And that was a lot of hours teaching myself. I never thought I was going to do any kind of web design in my entire life. But, at some point, you just got to grit your teeth and make things the way you want it.
Yeah, a year ago, you couldn't even spell web designer. Now you are one.
Right? But, yeah, definitely research. And I would say, most importantly, stick with your goal. Don't let anybody tell you what you're doing is not worth it, or it's not a good idea, or you should do it a different way. I just say kind of aim and fire.
So Homefront Handmade and Homefront Business. Is there anything that you do that you put into Homefront Business or Homefront Handmade that you made yourself?
I have started creating beeswax wax melts, like the candle melts, because they're all natural. And I just really wanted, to kind of get rid of as many toxins as you can in your house. I have a toddler. And I started doing that to have natural things in my house. But I also wanted to experience firsthand what handcrafters actually go through. You know, you have the process of making, and you have the process of getting scheduled into craft shows, and how do you do customers at craft shows. And I really wanted to be on the front lines of that to better serve our members.
Have you thought of mentoring somebody?
I have. I really would love to. I've thought about that, and we're kind of getting into it, you know, as I expand. And, you know, I really want to take some handcrafters and that just kind of give things to their friends and their families, and, you know, kind of take them to the next level and build them up a little bit more.
One of the nice parts about being on this particular podcast, which is what my hope is, I have yet to see if that happens because it is in the future as of this recording, but I'm hoping that the popularity of this podcast will get people reaching out to you saying, how do you do that? How can I do something similar? Because one thing's for sure, there can be plenty of different websites like yours and all work hand in hand. How would somebody get a hold of you?
Well, HomefrontHandmade.com, HomefrontBusiness.com. We both have Facebook pages, Instagram, and that's pretty much the best way to get a hold of me is via the websites directly.
Now let's get into some personal stuff.
Right, let's do it.
You're a military spouse.
I am.
What branch do you guys participate in?
The Marine Corps.
Marine Corps. What's it like being a Marine spouse?
I think it's pretty cool, actually. I kind of get to have an insight on how the Marine Corps works and their structuring, and I kind of base my business off that and my leadership.
Nice.
I think I've learned a lot from my husband being a leader within the Marine Corps, and it's kind of nice just watching from afar. I don't think I'd ever be a Marine.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Look at me. I am definitely not shaped like a Marine. I'm more shaped like a Marine medicine ball.
But yeah, it's good. I enjoy it.
How long have you been a military spouse?
Almost 7 years.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. A while.
Were you married before you became a military spouse?
No, but no, we were not married before. I guess we did get married right out of boot camp, right after my husband graduated.
You guys were besties in school and something like that?
Well, we've known each other since we were 12, but actually I really didn't like him. He was very obnoxious. He was one of those skater boys that thought he was very cool.
He grew on you like fungus.
Yeah, I mean, it took a lot of persistence on his part, so I do admire for that.
Yes, that was my wife. I met her, and from the day I met her, I have not left her side, but it took me 2 years to get her to say yes.
Yeah, it took more years than that. I think it was 4.5.
Yeah. Oh, easy.
So,
yeah. Unless you guys got married at 16.
No, we didn't do that. Oh, that was just the dating part.
Oh.
There was, there was a while before I even said, all right, well, maybe I'll go on a date, but this is not going to work out, so don't waste your time after this.
So is he going to make the Marine Corps a career?
I think so.
Nice.
He's almost halfway there, so.
Do you have any tips for any up-and-coming, going to be Marine spouses out there, male and female? What kind of things do they want to watch out for that's definitely Marine that will catch them off guard?
Oh, definitely Marine. Like I said, there's a lot of structure in the Marine Corps, and you kind of just have to let your spouse be a Marine and try not to interfere, have your input, and
yeah, the esprit de corps, they do build themselves up into a serious brotherhood amongst themselves.
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, you're not the Marine, you're the spouse and the support system that they do need. And that's kind of your role as a spouse in the Marine Corps, is to really support your Marines so that they're successful.
You got kids?
I have one. She is almost 2.
Aww.
And is interesting.
The terrible twos are happening, huh?
Oh, they're coming, yep.
Teach her to go to boot camp. Give her the Marine hoo-ah.
I should. But she's great.
So, hey, let's get back together in, say, 2 months, 3 months, and see how your business is rocking and rolling. Homefront Handmade and Homefront Business, and we'll do another interview and get a pulse on how people are responding to that, and any changes that you might want to make, or expansions as it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. I am in for that. I think that in business, there's always change. Actually, in military life, there's always change, right?
It's true, there is. But at least yours is portable.
That's exactly why I do it.
And as long as you get to turn a profit, life is good.
Yeah. Yep.
Leslie, thank you so much for agreeing to be on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dave.
Alrighty, take care and we'll have fun. Bye.
Bye.
Military Spouse World 1-to-1 is a BDE Productions podcast. The views and opinions of the host or any of the guests are not that of BDE Productions or sponsors. Be sure to like this episode and subscribe to Spouse World 1-to-1.